So I'm sure you guys heard the great news. If not, Gura returns as Saba and had her debut stream yesterday. This is not something that's being hidden. For example, on our Gura, they literally talk about Gura being Saba and all that, you know. And Gura herself seems like she's not hiding this at all. This is like very much common knowledge. If Gura says anything or implies anything about like trying to hide that fact, it is clearly her memeing around. But Gura's return as Saba, yes, it's great news. However, for some people it's not, because they're like seething, they're crashing out about Saba, about Gura's new model, which is very similar to her old model. But yeah, they're mad, and that's always funny. Before we take a look at their...
It's very interesting that her new model is extremely similar to her old one. Like, it'd be one thing if it was it'd be one thing if her rebrand was like a overhaul of a rebrand, but her shit looks almost identical to what she used to look like. Like, what is her name again? It's Saba something. It'd be one thing if Saba looked any like different to Gura. Like, here's Gura. All right, people say she looks like a child. All right, fair point. Here's a new character. Looks like a child. Look at that. Look at that. What do you mean? I thought people comparing her to a child made her uncomfortable. Like, I swear that's what she stated several times. Like, I thought you said the comparisons where people compared you to a child made you uncomfortable. Like, it shares a lot of these same motifs. It's basically just Gura with like blonde hair. It pretty much is blonde hair without the shark suit. It's almost the same. I thought she said it made her uncomfortable that people compared her to a child.
Before we take a look at their anger, I will play a brief portion of Saba's debut stream, so you can take a look at her model if you haven't seen it yet. And of course, consider watching the actual stream, which I will link in the description. And then after that, we will take a look at the angry people.
Nice to meet you. I've never met you before. Wow! So many of your guesses were so close. I'm a fish. Trust me.
So why exactly did she say that she was graduating if it's just a rebrand? It's like earlier when someone was like, oh, you know, it's kind of shitty that she said it was a graduation and then she just rebranded. Like, yeah, it is pretty shitty, because with the idea of a graduation, that's the whole shtick is, oh, they're going away from the internet forever. Oh, fuck, they're going away from the internet forever. Oh, no. Oh, I'm gonna miss her. And then she actually just comes back. Was that a play just for clout? I mean, congratulations, you got it. I don't know if that's going to be covered in this video, but you know, definitely it's a decent point of contention to be like, you shouldn't have called it a graduation when you're just rebranding and you already have everything ready to rebrand.
I'm a fish. Don't ask any other further questions. Fishy with a very wibbly wobbly tail.
So yeah, the whole...
So she's still a fish too. Okay. It's just a rebrand, man. It's just a rebrand. Why did you have to say it was a graduation? It's just a fucking rebrand. I don't understand.
It's cause she left Hololive and she's independent now.
She said it was she said she was graduating, and then she comes back like a month later, and here she is as a new character that looks 60% similar to her old character.
Whole thing with the fish tail, but the cat ears, is causing popular speculation, as you can see. For example, that comment right there, that she's a catfish. I will take this opportunity to mention that I also feel personally vindicated, because some people were making fun of me for the way that I stand with my arm sticking out like that. But look at Saba. She's actually got a very similar stance. Her dress just makes...
Just because it's similar doesn't mean it's good, man.
makes it a little less obvious. But I will take justification. Let's go. As men.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty... I don't like that. It looks pretty ugly. It just does not work. It does not work for your character, man. It just does not look right. You got that T-pose. You got that Gmod T-pose a bit too similar here, hey.
Mentioned though, some people are not happy about this. For example, over on Blue Sky, we've got this comment from 2 hours ago reading, really disappointed that Saba is even more lolly than her past lives. Frickin' gross. Response reading, I 100% agree. It's weird and gross. The anger is...
So that's a Twitter freak take? I mean, it's a pretty valid criticism. Her new model looks more childish. And again, this is with the whole shtick that she got upset and stopped doing like certain activities because she got compared to being a child.
It's not mutually exclusive to Blue Sky though. For example, back over on Twitter, we've got this tweet that got over 1 million views, or like 1 million views. A lot of people mocking this tweet that says, why on earth did Saba go and do that? She literally had the opportunity to do an amazing character that didn't bring in weirdos. Instead, she picked an insanely lolly character that will bring about PDF files. I'm done with the creator. Oh no, what is Gura gonna do? Oh my gosh, what a disaster, guys. Savvy here, Madam Savvy, responding and saying, she did do something amazing to her, something she enjoys. Why do you think yourself so important to dictate what people like design-wise? She's indie, and millions around the globe aren't as mentally stunted as you. If you see a human child in fictional art, you're telling on yourself, freak.
Yeah, but again, I thought that Gura said that she did not like being called a lolly. I mean, I got that shit banned in my chat just because I don't want to like have people discuss it. I think it's fine to really bring it up, but you know, I was that not a thing? Yes. I can, you know what? It's probably you know what? Here's a really easy way to find out. Did Gara, Gawra, how do you spell it? Gargura dislike being called a lolly? That's not how you spell it. I need more coffee in me. I guess not. I guess she's okay with it. I thought I swear. All right. I swear my own, like, my piece of evidence is the Gargura ASMR. Maybe it's because people were being freaks about the Gargura ASMR, but I thought she didn't like being called a lolly. Am I actually like incorrect? I guess I'm incorrect because I'm not seeing anything come up. I'm seeing other people talk about it where they're calling her model lolly bait. I don't see anything where she's just like, yeah, I don't want that. I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable to be called that. I mean, it's still kind of weird to play into that, in my opinion. I'm not into that. I'm not comfortable with that. If other people are into that and they like that, all right, cool. They can keep to themselves. As long as you're not touching actual children, I don't care. That's my main shtick. As long as these people that are being a part of this more weird niche fetish, as long as they're not touching real life children or doing weird things to children, I don't care. I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna discuss it with other people. I don't like it. It's not for me, but hey.
It sounds so freaking fun. Some of their comments reading from.
I do think it's pretty weird though that she is playing more into it. I guess she knows her audience and she's playing to her audience, but I just don't think it's a wise idea to really play into it because it is a very debated subject on whether it's moral, immoral, legal, illegal. I think it's legal, but you know, a lot of people just look down on it. I mean, a lot of people look down on VTubers already, so the people that are already looking down on her for it probably don't watch her. I don't watch her, so I don't really care. I just think it's kind of strange to continue to play more into it.
I'm rock solid. Have you ever watched Gara? Smitty saying get filtered, and Smugalena, the one and only, saying tourist alert. Also got Fosto saying you got a Gara profile pic, hypocrite. And yeah, it looks like that person did originally have a Gara profile pic when they made that tweet. And then when the tweet began to get a lot of attention and they got a lot of backlash to it, people were calling them hypocrite, etc., and they changed profile pic. Then adding on to their tweet saying, I F with Saba, but her model and just pandering to that audience is really disheartening yet not surprising. I likely won't be watching her unless Doobie collab, but good luck to her. That user wasn't done there though, then making another follow-up tweet that reads, I said I was done with the creator, which meant that I was going to change profile pic. Why the heck are you guys stalking my page to see when it happens? Go.
It's supposed to be a slow news day for Haruhi to make this. This is like a nothing burger. This is a nothing burger subject. it's just so it's such water takes. Bro's like, hey, I think it's pretty weird that she's playing into the lolicon idea. And they're like, I'm not watching her anymore. Okay, how is this a Twitter freak take?
Go outside. Top response just reads, get a job. And then there's this one that's defending the OP. All you did was express your disappointment over someone not changing when given a clear opportunity, and I'm with you. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's finish this first. Catering to these chomos.
Is that weird of a take to be upset that, you know, somebody is playing more into a kind of weird fetish?
These PDF file communities is harmful, clearly. Just found some creators I followed tearing you up. Good to know they're gross too. So that's just hilarious. Clear opportunity to change, and she's one of the most successful streamers of all time. There was nothing to change, unless she wanted to do a complete redesign. Turns out she wanted to do something that was similar to her model as Gara. So she clearly likes that. She's not obligated to change that because some Twitter freaks are going to get mad about it. And again, it's totally fine if someone doesn't like her design or anyone's design. But speaking objectively here, all of Gura's designs in her lives, like in her lives, you know what I mean? They've all been safer work. It's like a lolly design, sure, but it is a safer work, a lolly design. There's another angry thread we're going to take a look at, but first, a short one here, because this is something I need help understanding. Thank you, Modem, for the tag. It says, Gura already came back. All alert hero hate that the #1 VTuber hater of the best VTuber ever wants to come back to Thunderdome. We're weebs, we don't forget. First of all, I love the massive weeb energy here. I think this is something that's lacking from the anime community at times nowadays. Because there's been like this infestation of tourists who like shame old weeb culture, so to speak. And like the great thing about old weeb culture is
Who is Brittany Venti, by the way? Who is Brittany Venti? What are they known for? The fake Christians on YouTube, the fake Christians on the right. So she makes political content. Okay. And I guess she just stopped uploading? Okay.
it was cringy, but weebs knew they were cringe. Just that we also absolutely embrace it. I mean, actually, if you think about it, it's a display of overwhelming confidence, really. But now you have like the morality police who try and like hate on the old weeb cringe. But they're like worse because unironically they're cringe by always trying to be like Twitter cops and morality police types and whatnot. But that's a whole separate topic. I just wanted to bring that up really quick because the whole like we're weebs, we don't forget is so cringe, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but I love it at the same time. It's great. But enough of that side tangent. On to the main topic of this segment of the video. Brittany Venti says, I don't know, should I come back? And as mentioned, Brittany Venti is one of Gura's biggest haters, maybe her biggest hater of all time. Now, I really don't follow
She's one of... Brittany Venti is one of Gura's biggest haters. I didn't even... Did he say that earlier? Was I not listening? But she didn't even make any videos on Gura from what I saw. The last like couple of vids she made was just all political content. There was nothing on Gura. So I guess she's thinking about coming back to just dunk on Gura again, or New Gura. I don't remember her name.
Brittany Venti at all. I think
Saba.
I made a video or two about her like 3 years ago when she was going viral for her crash out about Gura. So my question to you guys is, do you think it's coincidence that apparently Brittany Venti has apparently been like retired from YouTube or whatever, I guess? And on the same day that Saba debuts, now Brittany Venti's like, I don't know, should I come back? Because this really makes it seem like Brittany Venti is on hinge levels of like thinking about Gura. Like Gura is absolutely rent free, if that's what's going on here. And it seems way too coincidental for that not to be what's going on here. But let me know what you guys think. That takes us to the final thread. Guys, ready for this? Here we go. All right, my timeline is... Let me try this again. All right, my timeline is hell today because of certain reactions to Saba's design. So I'm gonna just say it and let the people clear themselves out. She looks like a child, and it gives me the ick. But people immediately sexualizing her gives me an even bigger ick. This is the only time I'm gonna say it.
I mean, is that really so bad? I mean, she's played into the lolliness more. Is that really so bad? I don't understand. I don't understand. This is not this is like not that bad of it. This is like a pretty lukewarm take. And then I don't know, getting upset that people are sexualizing her. That's pretty dumb. Bro, people were sexualizing Gura when she first came out. I mean, to be like, Gura kind of looks like more adultish, at least in my eyes. I don't really partake in any of that again, but pardon me.
Because I do like Saba, and I'm very happy for her success, but man, some of y'all are way too eager to tell the entire world you jake it to that design. Like, no hate towards Saba, like, girl, get that bag and all. It's more so how much those types of fans will immediately turn her into gooner slop. This isn't helped by the fact that she's overtly pandering to that crowd. But again, girl, get that bag.
Okay, so this person's obviously, never mind. So this person's obviously like pissed about it. They're like, girl, get that bag, but how dare you? How dare you pay? How dare you play into a fetish? How dare you play to a fetish? Don't you know? Don't you know what they did to you before? You like that? Well, that's all right, girl, as long as you're getting that bag. But how could you? How could you? You should have gotten a different design. Oh my gosh! I gotta take my antidepressants again. Oh, I gotta take my Vicodin. You know, I've been too much being of a reactant to eat any of my food. I still have half a sandwich to go in a bowl of cereal. I put too much jam in my sandwich, and it's really hard to bite through. This is like the worst sandwich I ever made. The crust is burnt. I like to toast my like sandwiches. The crust is burnt. I put like a small amount of peanut butter and way too much jam in comparison, and it's just so thick and so crunchy, it's really hard to eat.
This seems like a very inconsistent person, doesn't it? Like, I'm actually confused here what their opinion really is, because like they're saying she looks like a child and like people are sexualizing her and she's pandering to those people, but at the same time this person's like, get the bag. So does this person have a problem with that or not? Presumably they do, but then at the same time they're like fine with what they're perceiving as like a giant problem. So yeah, I just find it inconsistent, but maybe I'm missing something here. Let me know what you guys think. And regardless, we've got this response that reads, this has been a thing even, this has been her thing even before Gura. I think she just actually likes it, not pandering.
What's the definition of pandering? Gratify or indulge in a moral or distasteful desire, need or habit, or a person with such a desire. So do people that pander, do they dislike that they're pandering, or do they like pandering? Because that's what I want to know. Because are they like, is the idea of pandering that, you know, they're playing into a fetish more just because they, you know how other people are going to react? I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying, yeah, her design is weird, I don't like it. I mean, I don't watch her, so I can say on my end, yeah, I think it's pretty weird. Even if she actually likes it, that's pretty weird too. Because the issue people really have with the lolly community is that people that usually are in the lolly community turn out very often to have done shit to children. And the issue again with the lolly community, or people that, you know, openly admit they're into that, typically do shit to children. There is statistically more likely to do bad shit to children. If someone's gonna like talk about it openly, I'm gonna be wary. Am I gonna completely stop talking to them? No. I'm gonna think I think it's weird. I'm gonna be leery. Am I gonna completely distrust them? Nah. If she's happy, good for her. I don't watch her anyway. I didn't watch her before. I didn't watch her now.
Nevertheless, as more and more people responded to the OP, they eventually locked the responses. In closing,
L, cringe, L. Locking replies, cringe. Never should. If you didn't want people to reply, then you never should have tweeted it out to begin with. So what did we learn? Did we learn anything here? Did we learn anything, chat? Did we learn anything, Vamp Cows? We learned that Vermire. We learned that Seraphina. We learned today that I, Seraphina, think the idea of lollies is cringe. I am not gonna cease talking to somebody just because they say they're into it. However, though, I understand other people's concerns because they are statistically, lolly likers are statistically more likely to abuse children sexually, which is bad. And I can empathize with that. Unlike iDubbbz,